Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, I am going to be doing a collective reading and energy update. So thank you to all of you who are here tuning in. As you are listening to this reading, you are also co-creating it at an energetic level. And because time doesn't exist at the level of energy, that co-creative effect takes place whether you are listening to this reading as I am premiering it live or even months or years in the future. If you would like to contribute your energy more strongly to the reading, which does tend to allow me to pick up on it more easily and channel more specific messages for you and your situation, be sure to like the video and double check that you are subscribed to the channel. These two actions, liking and subscribing, are forms of energetic transfer, and this does allow me to channel more messages for you over time. Now, with that being said, I do channel many different connections, people, and situations throughout these readings, so always only take what connects with you personally and intuitively when it comes to navigating your life. So I'm starting right away here with the Energy Oracle Cards deck and giving this deck a good shuffle, clearing out all the previous energies. And the first card to come out here is Door to Spirits in the upright position. Right as I flipped over this card, I heard you are the awakener, and I've never used that specific word awakener before. But I feel that this speaks to the fact that your energy, whoever you are listening, has a really powerful impact on others. I channeled some messages about this the other day during a meditation, and I'm now feeling guided to share some of that. Within that channeling, I was contemplating how your energy is like this very high frequency tone that others are incapable of hearing if they are outside the range of it. So we talk about this a lot when it comes to the 3D and 5D split, which, of course, the 3D and 5D aren't different physical locations. They are, in a sense, different frequency, different vibrational states of being. We all have a vibrational range that we tend to cycle between. So a low frequency and a high frequency, and then we tend to experience what's in the middle of that, depending on what is occurring or what we are perceiving in our day-to-day life. When we go through a spiritual awakening, as you have if you've connected with this reading, we raise that frequency on the upper end of the spectrum. So naturally, that range of frequencies we experience gets higher. And what I'm getting for you is that you're up here in these higher frequency states of being much of the time, and others are only able to perceive what is within their frequency range. It's like unlocking different levels in a game where you can see the whole map, let's say in a video game, but most of it is locked out. Most of it is inaccessible to you until you unlock the previous levels. And I feel that you are someone, whoever I'm connecting with here, who has experienced a lot of intensity in your life, possibly a lot of grief, a lot of pain, maybe a lot of hardship. But all of this has been preparing you for accessing these higher frequency states of being that you now have access to. And as you are vibrating at these higher levels of being, you might find that some people are quite literally incapable of comprehending you, of grasping you in a sense. They might just get a blank stare when you talk to them about yourself, your life, something you're really passionate about, because your energy is so far outside of their typical frequency range that they may not be able to even really hear you or really see you or really comprehend you. You are like an anomaly to them, so to speak. However, the message I was getting is that those who are ready to receive you, those who are coming into the range of frequency where they're just able to kind of reach you or just able to kind of comprehend you, will be awakened by your presence, because that frequency that you are emanating will cause them to attune themselves to those higher level frequencies that their soul is reaching for. But the pain of being one who is so highly awakened, highly conscious as you are, is, again, not everyone is going to be in that frequency range to be capable of receiving you. And so at times you might feel deeply misunderstood, deeply unseen by certain people around you, and know that those are not your people, that you will always attract those who are meant for you and meant to connect with you. And I do see you coming into that magnetism where you are attracting a lot of meaningful, deep, soul-based connection into your life, either platonically or romantically. And I'm hearing it's because you've done the work. You've done a lot of inner work on yourself, shadow work, light work, whatever you want to refer to. That process of clearing out the heavy, dense blocks of programming, of heavy energy in your being, and coming into a lighter state of being. However you refer to that process of inner work that creates that effect. But with Angel of Love upright, you really are in this highly magnetic, almost angelic sort of presence at this moment. And something I feel recently has been strongly activated in your heart space in a new way. So for some of you, this could be someone who's entered your life physically. This could be a friend, a lover, a potential romantic interest. This also could be someone you've reconnected with recently in the physical. With community in the upright position, this often speaks to some kind of physical connection or reconnection. And again, this really seems to be relating to this heart activation that's taken place within you. I'm seeing a white bird for some reason. For some reason, I heard someone wanting to extend the olive branch, meaning someone wanting to reconnect in a peaceful way, in a harmonious way. This could be a soul on the periphery of your energy wanting to ask your forgiveness for something. I feel this person may or may not have actually vocalized this desire for forgiveness in the physical world. This feels like it could be someone from your past. This person might be communicating to you in dreams, in meditation. Let's see what I can pick up here. Yeah, whoever I'm speaking to, this may only be for a small group of people, but if there's someone, a soul that wants to ask for your forgiveness, I see that this person is someone that you share a powerful spiritual contract with. There's a really strong soul bond here. But this person at this moment is feeling very disconnected from your energy, but their soul, their higher self knows the reason they're feeling this disconnection from your energy is actually because they are feeling disconnected from their own higher self in a sense. And because your soul contract to them as part of their soul's true blueprint. When they are living out of alignment with that blueprint, it may create some kind of stuck energy between the two of you, with all tied up in the upright position. It feels like things with this person might just be feeling really stuck, feeling really stagnant. It could be that it's been this way for a while. And again, this could be a platonic or a romantic situation, but for many of you, I'm getting that this person is someone who has been a romantic lover at some point in time. Now, of course, this could be in a past life for some of you. I'm getting chills all over. This is a really intense connection. This person is, I'm hearing, coming to the light, coming to some type of truth within themselves, maybe a truth that they want to share with you as well, because we have deceit in the reverse position, and also cornucopia upright and man holding a coin upright. This person's soul is awakening. I'm absolutely getting a very strong masculine energy from many who are coming through here. Now, of course, that will not relate to you necessarily 100%. Also, these masculine and feminine energies are global collective energies, and we do have a balance of each within ourselves. So we can see them show up physically in different ways depending on our situation and circumstances. But I feel for many of you, this is a masculine awakening. And I'm once again hearing that message of you being the awakener. You are the awakener generally in your life, even when it comes to strangers you pass on the street, people that you meet in very brief interactions. I'm hearing serendipity. So some of you may have had a very coincidental or strange experience recently. Maybe you connected with a stranger in a meaningful way, in some type of unexpected conversation. Maybe this is something that will be happening to you, and your guides are letting me know you might see these experiences continuing to happen with greater frequency. This is because they're saying they're happening with greater frequency because your frequency is moving faster, attracting more of these very soul-aligned situations and interactions, even if they look small in the physical, into your life. I was getting a really strong message during my meditation as well, that particularly for those of you who are connecting here as divine feminines, which I know is many who are listening to these readings, there are lost souls who are drawn to your light, drawn to your energy. When I say lost, I don't mean this in any type of a judgmental or harsh kind of way. I simply mean, when I say someone is lost, I mean someone feels as though they are becoming very disconnected from their higher true self, but they aren't gone completely. If they were gone completely, if there was no connection or very, very weak connection between themselves and their higher self, they would be so solidly on that path of unconsciousness that they would not be drawn into your life for healing. They've simply chosen to be unconscious for this incarnation in those cases. But I'm speaking to souls who are reaching for a connection to their higher self, reaching for some type of spiritual knowledge, some type of spiritual activation or healing or awakening. This searching might be happening at an unconscious level, and consciously they might just feel it as a kind of emptiness, a kind of longing for something they can't quite place. I'm getting that these souls that are in your vicinity are possibly being attracted into your life or your physical experience for some type of energy, for some type of healing, to be shaken awake, so to speak, and given a guidepost kind of reminder, helping them to be guided back to where they are. Again, I'm getting that many of these interactions with these so-called lost souls may actually be very brief. Once again, with the journey card, there is a signpost on this card. And I never really noticed it on the card before, but it's interesting that I used the word guidepost, that these lost souls come to you for a guidepost, for something to help lead them on this path back to their true self. So you might find again that this shows up in passing someone on the street, making eye contact with them, feeling some type of meaningful shared connection, even something this seemingly small in the physical world can actually transmit your core soul frequency through that eye contact that activates that stranger in such a way that their path will be slightly altered in this life forever, whether they consciously realize that or not. This can also happen through very brief but seemingly deep and meaningful, unexpected conversations or interactions with others as well. I don't really know why I felt the need to get into all of this, but I do feel that you are assisting many others of whom you might even be unaware of at this time, bringing the world collectively into balance through this exuding of your frequency that touches others again who are aligned with you physically for some kind of spiritual healing, upliftment, or activation. And again, I keep getting that most of this is actually occurring deeply unconsciously. For some of you, this could even be happening through dreams. You might be connecting with others through a dream state and spiritually healing or activating them in some way. But what your guides also want me to share is that it's important to prioritize self-care and practice strong self-honoring boundaries, particularly when it comes to these situations where you are awakening, activating, or assisting these so-called lost souls, or those who come to you for this kind of spiritual healing, because they do have a tendency to attach to your light, to associate you with the upliftment that they are feeling, and to become very addicted to your energy in a way that can actually make them a bit codependent on you and can therefore weigh down your vibration as a result. And this may be a struggle for those of you who are highly empathic and who may have taken on self-sacrificial matrix programming, especially as a divine feminine through your maternal line, that false belief that your worth comes through over self-sacrificing, over giving of yourself to others. We are deeply unraveling all of those heavy patterns of over self-sacrifice and over giving. And we are reintegrating patterns of self-respect, self-honoring, which really represent that internal divine masculine energy that we as divine feminines are balancing within ourselves. So because I have felt this very powerful, magnetic, spiritual energy around you, divine feminine, and a lot of messages coming through from your spirit guides, from your higher self, I will be channeling more in-depth information about some of these spiritual dynamics taking place in your life right now, the effect of your energy on others around you, and whatever other messages want to come through about your current life path. And all of that channeling will be done in the extended Patreon reading. So if you do feel guided to that extended reading and you would like to join our beautiful soul tribe over on Patreon, the link to that reading is in the pinned comment and description box under the video. So here we have the sacral chakra reversed and the angel of balance in the reverse position. I'm getting a sense of overwhelm from someone, overwhelmed by recent life circumstances, by things that may have occurred emotionally. I'm almost getting like this sense of heightened anxiety, possibly even panic. I don't know who this is for, and I feel this won't be for everyone. But there's definitely the need for someone here to really step back, get back into their own energy, clear out some of these external forces, situations, attachments that might be causing this sense of emotional overwhelm, which my guides are saying is really an energetic overwhelm. I feel like someone here has taken on too much energy from other people and is really being guided to step back into depths of self-love with appreciation in the upright position. Also to step back and possibly just spend some time alone with themselves. What is this message of you taking on energy from other people? Okay, we have financial constraints in the upright position. We have the garden and the gate reversed. Someone possibly in a situation where they didn't feel comfortable or confident enough to enforce a certain boundary emotionally or physically, almost just feeling like they needed to get away from a person or situation because it was overwhelming them. Possibly even getting the desire literally to physically extract themselves from some place, possibly wanting to even go on some type of trip or just to get to a different physical location for the purpose of rebalancing themselves because of this situation. Again, I don't know who I'm speaking to here, but it feels like someone could be really struggling with this sense of overwhelm. And this is actually most dominantly affecting the heart center, because I feel like there are possibly a lot of people, or maybe one person, really pulling on your emotional energy at this time, creating this sense of overwhelmment. This may be someone you've seen or connected with physically, because I keep seeing something about touch. So be very careful, I'm hearing, of how you allow, or when you allow others to physically touch you, even in very small ways, because touch is a powerful form of energetic transfer, and your frequency is very high vibrational, and so others may want to get close to you, be close to you physically, or close to your energy. And I do feel a situation like this may have occurred where you felt overwhelmed by someone's presence, or you felt overwhelmed by the way that someone was kind of getting entangled or attached to you. This could be a family member, a platonic situation, a romantic situation. I'm hearing whenever you feel this way, step back into self-love. Regain your footing. Allow yourself that time to really balance out energetically, which I feel you do best when you are by yourself, which is why for many of you, you may be someone who's always enjoyed your alone time. But this is because it provides you a container, a sacred container of time, space, and distance between self and other to really re-purify your energetic field. So I want to know more about this specific masculine for many of you coming through here who is realizing some truth. Okay, with Angel of Balance reversed and Appreciation upright, the person coming through here is feeling like they've been unbalanced within themselves or their life. They've been overwhelmed by the circumstances of their life. In fact, wow, okay, I'm getting, for some of you, if you're a divine feminine, the reason you may have been feeling overwhelmed could be because this person has been transmitting that overwhelmed energy to you, and you've been picking up on it empathically. I feel like this person has really latched on to the idea of you, or is heavily thinking about how much they adore you, how much they appreciate you, how much they care for you. But the reason that they're thinking so heavily about this is because their own life feels very out of balance. Again, you are that angel of love, that beacon of love and light, and they are coming up as this healer of the ages reversed, as someone in need of a healer, in need of some type of activation. It does have this sense of this person almost like wanting to connect with you or latch onto you without really knowing why. I'm getting obsessively. This person could just be obsessively thinking about you. This may be a stranger that you saw or connected with briefly. This could be a family member, a friend, a romantic situation. Yeah, we have the sacral chakra reversed and door to value in the upright position. This could be someone who's been feeling really stuck emotionally or romantically, even if they are hiding this, even if they aren't being fully open about this. They might be someone who is very focused on money, finance, or career. They may actually have a career in business or finance and be very focused in that direction. There's something about the color red here coming out for someone as well. For some of you, there might be a divine feminine who wears red sometimes, and this masculine really likes that. That's just one specific example. I'm not really sure why that color is coming through. It also could just speak to the fact that they are carrying a lot of red in their aura. They are very grounded, very physically oriented and focused at this time, but also feeling very emotionally detached, blocked, or disconnected. And when they see you, it's almost like this fantasy or ideal. This person's struggling with a lot of worthiness though too. I feel that, especially if it's a romantic situation, they really desire to get into your energy or to connect with you, but they're struggling with a sense of unworthiness because they, again, see you as this angel of love. They see you as highly independent, someone who is, I'm hearing, very intelligent, someone who doesn't need to depend on anyone for their own energetic balance. And that's highly attractive to this person, but I feel they're also really accustomed to codependent relationships and situations. So the word intimidating is coming out really strong, that they're intimidated by you, the independence of your energy, how you really do take care of yourself. You stand on your own 2 feet, emotionally, energetically, materially. You have a very stable footing because, again, you've been doing the work. You've been really rebalancing, reintegrating that inner divine masculine energy. So when you desire to connect or open up your heart, your world to someone, you expect them to be reciprocating with you equally. You expect them to be a true partner to you. And that's what I'm getting, that word partnership, regardless of whether you're in a relationship or connection romantically or not. I feel that the divine feminines collectively are no longer seeking this codependent dynamic that we've been in modern times processing out, but that has run very ancient. There's been an ancient matrix programming for divine feminines that has been limiting us and holding us in patterns of codependency that we are now breaking out of. And you individually may be feeling this and realizing that you are desiring true unity through partnership and not connection through codependency. So in the extended version of the reading, I will be channeling more about this masculine feeling very emotional about you, possibly sending you a lot of energy, desiring to get closer into your life, but feeling a bit stuck, struggling with some unworthiness. So in the extended version of the reading on Patreon, I will be channeling into his thoughts and feelings and what he desires to communicate to you at this time. I'll also be channeling any other details, messages, or pieces of information that want to come through that reading. So the link to the extended reading is in the pinned comment and description box under the video if you do feel guided to it. Otherwise, I am sending you all so much love today, wishing you a beautiful rest of your day and remainder of your week. Take care, and I will connect with you here again in Friday's reading.